Please welcome to the stage the director of this epic movie, a very sweet man. Please welcome Mr. Duncan Jones! You're not alone! All right. Welcome, Duncan Jones. Oh, that's interesting. What's that about? Those open? Duncan Jones, thank you so much for being here. It's so good to see you. You're telekinetic. So Warcraft. Let's talk about Warcraft. That's all you've been talking about for the past few years is Warcraft. Here, see, close the microphone. All right, this one. That's all right. Put my roll. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So, this is your third year with Warcraft.
Our third year here with Warcraft.
Oh my gosh.
And the last one before we finally release.
Does that feel daunting, like when you come out and you're like, okay, I know, but please, it's a big movie, it takes this much time.
But the amazing and wonderful thing is I'm not alone today. So I have a little support here.
You do have a lot of support. But before we bring out your support, just, what has been your biggest challenge? I mean, this is, obviously, and I've seen a cut of the movie, and it is amazing, and it's still not coming out for a little while. And I think what's so amazing about it is, if you know Warcraft, there's tons of stuff in there for you to go, oh my god. And if you don't know Warcraft, it's just an epic fantasy adventure movie.
I mean, that's the plan. We wanted to make a film which everyone would be interested in beyond just the Warcraft audience, the Warcraft gaming audience. And I think it was a similar challenge that Peter Jackson had when he did the first Lord of the Rings movies is, how do you appeal to an audience who hasn't read Tolkien? He managed to make that work. We're hoping we can do the same.
Excellent. Well, do you want to get your cast friends out here so that we can get into this panel? Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the cast of Warcraft. Oh my gosh. All together at once. We're so close. It's almost happening.
I love you, Paula!
Go ahead and sit down there. So, just sort of, let's start off with Travis. Travis Fimmel. Is your microphone working okay?
Yep.
Perfect. So, a world that's immersive like this, a world, Azeroth versus something like Vikings, like how do the two worlds compare? How do you, is it help as an actor to undertake something of this scale?
Well, firstly, I'd like to say how gorgeous and beautiful Miss Paula, Patton, and Ruth, and especially Dominic Cooper look today. But no, we're so lucky to have the boss man here, Duncan, in charge. He put us in this amazing world of magical characters, and it was such a great experience and a new one for me. I've never done the motion capture stuff. And it's amazing to see that this is what I was actually looking at.
Have you not seen anything from it yet?
No, I haven't seen nothing.
It's amazing!
I saw broomsticks with foam on the end, and it looks good work, man.
Well, yeah, because, as an actor, when you come in and it just looks like, oh, we're going to fight with foam swords in front of a green thing, and then you just trust, exactly. You're like, you're going to do something cool with this, right?
Yeah, we've got Toby Kebbell walking around in pajamas. With all the spots on him, so it looks amazing, mate. I'm very impressed.
Paula, what can you tell us about Garona?
Oh gosh, well, it was probably the greatest challenge I had as an actress because she's half human, half orc. She comes from this world, a Draenor. She is the slave of Gul'dan, and she is put to the test in the world that she lives in, and then she finds herself in Azeroth amongst the humans, and her life is changed, and she never really fits in either world. She sort of has one foot in each. And when you're an actress, you might want to find research, but you don't know how to research how to play an orc. You have to figure it out. So I was scared to death. It was the scariest thing I've ever undertaken, but I'm so glad I did it. I loved it. It was amazing working with Duncan, and it is quite unreal and surreal to see this world right now.
Well, she's great, and she's such a strong character and such a great character. Everyone, by the way, Ben Foster's performance as Medivh is so fantastic. You were so wonderful in this movie, Ben. I noticed a second ago you were just dumping water on Toby. That was
Pardon?
I saw you dump a little water on Toby. It's like,
He was cooling my crotch.
Yeah. He's so hot. Yeah.
I think just in the interest of time, because I do believe you brought some footage that we're going to be able to show some people. I'd love to just sort of go down one at a time because there's so many people on the panel, and maybe just say one thing about your character or one thing that you really loved about this experience as a whole, starting with you, Ben.
Who here is familiar with the game World of Warcraft? Yeah. So who doesn't want to be a wizard? So that was my hook. The experience was a thrill getting to work with Duncan. Who have you guys seen Moon? His film, his first film. Yeah. This is a man with a very specific vision. And he brought that vision to a beloved game, and he elevated that game to a film. And getting the opportunity to play with this cast and this crew with this material from Blizzard and Legendary is it's a once in a lifetime. You know?
What about you, Toby?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to follow that because it's true, it's all true. But I play Duratan. He's a chieftain of the Frostwolf clan. This is my right-hand man. I missed the king out, but he's a human. And I know he's on my left right now, my right-hand man, but I didn't set this up. And that's about all I have to say.
Dominic, did you feel like the Alliance had it a little bit easier in this film?
No. We had it really tough. We had to wear those incredibly heavy outfits every day. And
We had it so easy.
Oh, you guys were in pajamas?
They were wearing nice, comfortable pajamas every day, and little sensors stuck to their foreheads, and danced around every day. We had to wear sweaty wigs and very heavy armour. I couldn't even lift up my sword. I was pathetic. I've never seen such a big sword.
That's gonna be on a t-shirt, I swear to God. That's gonna be a gift.
That's going to be the quote from the panel. I've never seen such a big sword. Warcraft.
It gets bigger.
I mean, that really is. Go on. That really is sort of the subtext of Warcraft. The biggest sword. Rob Kazinksky, by the way. I mean, I know we've talked about this a lot because I did BlizzCon with you. Kazinksky is a legitimate, This man is the soul of Warcraft. It has been in his life and his world for thousands of hours before this movie.
I managed to get myself. I'm up to nearly 600 days played now. Yeah. So I mean, basically,
How do you find time to do that and still get so ripped?
well, there was a time when I wasn't in the Warcraft movie. And in that time, I was unemployed for a lot of that time, and I spent it eating cake and playing Warcraft.
Nice.
And I gotta be honest, because playing that much Warcraft and being that into the world is really. I mean, I lost a relationship, a really good one too. I lost self-esteem, but it would all be really, really sad and pathetic if I wasn't doing this movie, which has totally made it okay.
Yeah. Now you could, when this movie comes out, you could email that girl from the relationship and be like, see, this was for a thing!
She left me because of Warcraft, and now I'm like, well, who won this round?
Yeah. Doing research all those years. For the Horde!
For the Horde! And also I get to play with what, and I know I'm biased and this sounds rubbish, but this is, I mean, especially with Foster and Kebbell here, I think this is the most talented young cast I've ever seen assembled in a movie, and it has been a privilege, apart from Toby Kebbell, to work with these people every single day. They've made a great movie, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, I know that I'm a gamer, and I know what I'm expecting is what you're expecting from this thing, and I promise you, Duncan Jones has made the movie that we wanted to see.
Excellent.
And I stand by it.
Ben, what can you tell us? Anything you can tell us about your experience? What was your favorite thing?
I mean, I think getting the chance to work with Duncan and this cast, just to reiterate what Rob said, was a major privilege, and yeah, it was a total trip. I mean, I think the fact that it's not a cut and dry good versus evil story. This is a story about two heroes basically like on a collision course, it made it unique in the arc, and that was really attractive to me. And it's a total trip. It was amazing. Great experience.
I mean, it looks. It's hard to recognize some of the orcs because I mean, it doesn't look like CG, and you can barely, when people start talking like Clancy Brown, I didn't realize it was Clancy at first, and then I was like, that's Clancy, and you can kind of make out his face, and it was. So, what was the motion capture experience like for you, Clancy? Best answer all day.
Clancy wasn't in mocap.
That was not.
I look out here at this crowd, and all I see is fuel for the fell.
Ruth, what can you tell us about
Thanks, Clancy. Sorry.
I said, what can you tell us about Lady Taria, and just your experience in the Alliance? What can you tell us?
Well, behind every great man, there's a greater woman. And she's a very dignified lady who loves her land, and there's a certain steeliness to her, and she knows what she's doing, and she knows they're fighting for right. And it was such a pleasure to work on this film and work with Duncan and this misfit cast.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see it.
Well, in a minute, you're going to see a little bit of it. Daniel, tell us anything about Gul'dan and also the responsibility that maybe of, this is a character that's very personal to people. Because unlike translating a book into a film, people really connect. A game, especially a game like Warcraft, is so much a part of who you are. You bond to it. So how do you feel taking? Does this feel like a lot of responsibility?
Yeah, I mean, Gul'dan is a iconic character of the game, and it's a daunting task because there's so many people that have their own version of who these characters are from playing the game, and I know that and I also have to thank my wife because she plays the game, and she played for many, many years, and she's actually the reason why I did the film. I mean, of course, I did it for Duncan and this amazing cast and all that, but really it's to get into my wife's good graces. Because she's played the game for many, many years. I watched her play it for many, many years from the side, and I have an interesting story to tell. When I got the audition for this, I actually was meant to take a year off because my wife just had a baby and we were going to spend time with the baby. And I found out about this audition and I told her, I said, honey, I promised I'd take a year off, but there's an audition coming up. And she goes, you promised me you wouldn't work. And I said, but it's Warcraft. And she goes, you have to fucking do it. And so that was an easy question, and I've been your hero ever since. So I think I gained more out of this than most people did.
Excellent. So before I'm about to show you, please do not, for real, do not take video of this. Do not try to be sneaky. Please respect the Comic-Con code. You guys waited. This is just for you. This is very special. No one's seen this before, okay? So put your devices down. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Warcraft. Please help me a huge round of applause for Duncan Jones and the cast of Warcraft. Thank you so much for coming out. Don't forget to get your tickets for the Google Cardboard and go over to the Legendary booth afterwards. Thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you guys later.